From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 54, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 46, here's second down and 5.
Yellow, return.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Yellow,
a give right side for Pacheco. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
49ers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
18, watch out!
Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field. We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to kick off.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's May. He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good one.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
To throw, it's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Crazy. I hear the stop.
Throwing here is May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
May looking to run. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 22 yards there.
Let's go. Pause the button. Hit the start button. Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
First down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he's brought down at the 16. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw, May. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second and goal from the 1. Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point.
They're going to try to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
49ers nothing.
touchdown. Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
18! Watch out!
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Get set! Get set! Up!
Purdy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There's a nice move. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Right here, go start.
To the air, May. It's complete to Diggs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll throw with May. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Right here, go.
Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get set, get set. Ready, team, watch out. Up.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Outside. Ready, team, watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Patriots' 26-yard line.
Good.
Get set, get set.
Purdy sets up to throw again. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ready, team, watch out. Up.
Back to throw, Purdy. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a second and 10.
Get set, get set. Up.
Purdy looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with it.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy now to throw. First catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 39 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Purdy to throw for it. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
16.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
39 yards there, a big one.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll He's in the red zone just inside the 20. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the third. Second and 5. Now back to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kyle Williams, an 18-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
May going to try and throw for it. It's complete. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
To kick off for New England.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
43-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Purdy. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit.